We are in the second part of this book. It is written by our beloved brother Stephen Deo. The title of the book, The New Testament Church. We are now in chapter 2. The title of chapter 2, Why the New Testament Emphasizes. One major problem that has inhibited the manifestation of the church in its pure form is the infiltration of the Old Testament principle and practice, which has determined the church in its pure form. This division may work for the profit men, but not God. Men always borrow only the part of the Old Testament that favor them. Inability to differentiate and separate the two major covenants and place them widely into where they belong has affected the church greatly. And if we fail to do that, the simplicity that Christ brought will continue to be complicated. The earlier we do this, the better. Why then is the emphasis on the New Testament? This book is titled The New Testament Church. The question people may likely ask is, why not just say the church? Why must you add the New Testament to it? Yes, the New Testament must be added because, first, what is called church was established purely on and under the New Testament. Jesus knew that it was impossible for the two covenants to reign concurrently. It would alter God's program. And the only time he mentioned church during his early sojourn, he knew he was under the old covenant and the new has not yet been established. He knew he would be the testator of the new covenant, but he was still alive when he talked about the church. So he used the verb will when he mentioned the church. He said, I will build my church. Matthew chapter 16 verse 18. This was the first time the word church was mentioned in the New Testament portion of the Bible. He was talking about something that will come in a short time from when he said it. And the church was officially launched on the day of Pentecost after the new covenant was already in operation. Second, if the church was established on and under the New Testament, then it must be practiced and God operate only and purely by the New Testament principle. This is the crux of the matter. Paul used an allegory in Galatians chapter 4 verse 22 to 31 to explain the two covenants and why both of them cannot be operated concurrently together. Where we go. We read Galatians chapter 4 verse 22. For it is written that Abraham had two sons, the one by a bondwoman, the other by a free woman. But he who was of the bondwoman was born according to the flesh, and he of the free woman taught promise, which things are symbolic. For these are the two covenants in God's Old New Testament, the one from Mount Sinai, which gave birth to bondage, which is Hagar. For this Hagar is Mount Sinai in Arabia and corresponds to Jerusalem, which now is, and is in bondage with her children. But the Jerusalem above is free, which is the mother of us all. For it is written, rejoice, O parent, you who do not bear break forth and shout, "You who are not in labor, for the desolate has many more children than she who has a husband." Now we, brethren, as Isaac was, are children of promise. But as he who was born according to the flesh then persecuted him who was born according to the Spirit, even so it is now. Nevertheless, what does the scripture say? Cast out the bondwoman and her son, for the son of the bondwoman shall not be here with the son of the free woman. So then, brethren, we are not children of the bondwoman, but of the free. God emphasizes mine. Let me explain this a little bit. Paul contrasted Hagar, Ismael with Sarah, Isaac as the old virtual New Testament. He concluded on what must happen to the two of them and why. He said the old must go and give way for the new, otherwise the old will continue to persecute it and God be a problem to the new. He referred to the incident in Genesis chapter 21 verse 9 to 12. And Sarah saw the son of Hagar, the Egyptian, whom she had borne to Abraham, scoffing. Therefore she said to Abraham, "Cast out this bondwoman and her son, for the son of this bondwoman shall not be here with my son, namely with Isaac." And the matter was very displeasing in Abraham's sight because of his son. But God said to Abraham, "Do not let it be displeased in your sight because of the lad or because of your bondwoman. Whatever Sarah has said to you, listen to her voice, for in Isaac your seed shall be called." I hope you can see why the church cannot borrow anything from the Old Testament. Wait a minute. Do not crucify me yet for my statement. I am not referring to the entire Old Testament vision of the Bible. Just read on and you will understand what Paul refers to as the Old Testament. If the church is not New Testament based, it is not the church. People may call it church and it may have some form of the church, but it is not the real church. Why is testament? The word testament and covenant are used interchangeably in the Bible. This means testament and covenant means the same things. The word testament has various meanings as adopted in various spheres of human endeavor. It has its meanings in religion, law, English, language, etc. Since it is abroad in meaning, we will restrict ourselves to its meaning as used in the Bible. Generally, testament means a proof that something exists or is true. It means a formal agreement between two or more people who come together to make a contract, agreeing on promises, stipulation, privilege, and responsibility. Sometimes it is usually a writing, sign, and seal. In the Bible, we have two major testaments and covenant. First, between two or more humans. Examples include that of Abimelech and Isaac, who decided to settle their land dispute. They made a binding agreement, league, or covenant to live in peace. An oath confirmed it in in God Genesis chapter 26, verse 26 to 31. Joshua and the Gibeonites bound themselves by oath to live in peace together in God Joshua chapter 9, verse 16. Solomon and Hiram made a binding agreement to live and walk in peace together in God 1 Kings chapter 5, verse 12. A friendship bond was sealed by oath between David and Jonathan in God 1 Samuel chapter 20, verse 3, 16 and 17. One number 2, between God and man in God human being. God is the source and originator of the entire covenant concept and phenomenon. He includes the covenant relationship in his creation, activity and handiwork. He made quite a number of covenants without sealed or what the writer of the book of Hebrews called testator. God made covenant with Noah on behalf of all humans that he will not destroy the earth with water again. He used the rainbow as the seal or testator. Genesis chapter 9, verse 13 to 16. Put it this way: I see my rainbow in the cloud, and it shall be for the sign of the covenant between me and the earth. It shall be when I bring a cloud over the earth that the rainbow shall be seen in the cloud, and I will remember my covenant which is between me and you and ever living creature of all flesh. The water shall never again become a flood to destroy all flesh. The rainbow shall be in the cloud, and I will look on it to remember the everlasting covenant between God and every living creature of all flesh that is of the earth.